Hey guys, this is Jboy from the Jboy Show. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's a free way to make podcasts. It's unbelievable. It's how I started. Number one, like I said, it's free. Number two, it gives you creative tools to be able to add to your podcast, whether it be background music and all type of stuff. Three, they can get it on Spotify, Apple. You can get paid with sponsorships just by using ads, very similar to this one. So, download the free Anchor app, guys. It's unbelievable. You'll love it. And at the end of the day, it can get you started. All right. See you soon. What's up, everybody? You're about to go into another Jboy episode. Today, we sit down with none other than former Auburn safety Junior Rosegreen. Junior played at Auburn from 2000 to 2004. He totaled a tally of 199 tackles. He had 9 interceptions, 25 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. He also had 1 sack on his career and 7.5 tackles for a loss. Again, we're over the moon to get Junior on the show. We're going to go in deep with him, and he's going to give us an unbelievable perspective. Now, I do want to tell you, there are a few cuss words in here, nothing bad, no F words. So again, I just want to give you a heads up, but it's really nothing I think that's going to affect everybody. It's a very intense interview. He actually tells us exactly how it is, and I love that. And that's one of the things I really wanted this show to bring. Remember, you can follow us at the Jboy Show on Twitter. We're on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Our YouTube page is the Jboy Show. On Instagram, it's the Jboy Show, DAJBOYSHOW. And again, you can always donate by going to our Anchor page that I have linked on Twitter and clicking the support button. And you can give 99 cents a month. You can give $10 a month, but anything helps. And again, subscribers get a little more intel and get a lot more names. So again, we appreciate it, and hope you guys enjoy the interview. Hello, Junior, and everybody else, and welcome to another edition of the Jboy Show. We are just over the moon to have I consider an Auburn legend. To me, he has one of the biggest plays in Auburn football history, and we'll get into that. But Junior Rosegreen, former DB extraordinaire at Auburn. Junior, thanks so much for coming on, dog.
Hey, what's going on, big dog?
Shoot, man, just out here grinding, man. Tell everybody how you're doing, kind of where you're at, and how's life treating you, man.
Oh man, I'm doing well. Auburn taught me a lot how to survive in this real world, and taught me how to give back to our young men and show them the way, and show them the hard way, not the easy way.
Yeah, and again, that's the old saying. You give a man a fish he can eat for a day. You teach him how to fish he can eat forever. And man, I feel you on that. And shoot, I don't think those guys could have a better guy, telling them what to do. Now, I've gotten overwhelming amount of messages since I said you were coming on the show. Obviously about a huge play that I'm sure you've been asked about a million times. If you don't mind, for our audience, and you can only tell us what you can tell us. I understand. But
no, I'm gonna give it to y'all blood raw. I'm gonna give y'all the whole.
That's what we want, baby. That's what we want. True and blue. Straight to it. Can you take me through that play when you almost took Reggie Brown's life?
Well, first and foremost, my grandma had died on that day. Wow. My grandma died Friday, and my grandma lived to see 99. Wow. And everybody was crying. I was like, "What y'all crying for? I'm finna turn up tomorrow." So it's no need to cry. I'm happy that my grandma lived to see 99, because ain't too many people live to see that. You understand what I'm saying? So
dude, I hope I see 99. Damn.
You best believe it. So that whole night, man, I just felt something like an over. And I know my grandma was watching me. And the whole week, Reggie Brown was, him and Fred Gibson was talking crap to Carlos Rogers, telling him, "Oh, Terry Rosegreen, I'm gonna do this." So Carlos Rogers came back, and he one of them guys that know how to get you mad, because he said, "Oh man, they say you that." Oh, I was heated. So when we walking out there for pregame walkthroughs, so I seen him. I seen Reggie Brown, and I seen Fred Gibson. So I just was pointing at him and tapping my elbow like I'm gonna knock you out. I already been told him I'm gonna knock him out. So prior to that knockout, Fred Gibson had ran like a pole, like a corner ball. So when they threw him the ball, David Green throwing the ball, and Fred seen me coming. He didn't want to catch the ball, so he raised his hand. I still hit him anyway.
I love it.
I'm gonna get you. I don't care if the ball getting thrown at you and you don't try, I'm still.
I love it.
Is so
no doubt.
They called the penalty, and Coach Tuberville was mad. I said, Coach, calm down. Watch this. I got you. That next play, they ran. I remember it as day. We was in cover 3. David Green looked at Reggie Brown the whole way. I said, I know this man not finna throw him the ball. I'm finna kill him.
I love it.
He ran that skinny post, and I broke before he even threw the ball. And I was coming like a torpedo.
Oh yeah.
And my goal was to run through his soul and grab his heart when I run through his soul. So that was all.
You did, dog. You did.
that was planned, you know, because I just had a lot on my mind, and then I wanted to make my grandma proud, you know, so I had to do it to him.
Well, man, Junior, that when I watched the film of that play and coaching college for 9 years and actually coaching the DBs, I really hope people appreciate just how instinctual of a player that you were. Because when I think of Junior Rosegreen, I don't just think of the big hit. You know, I think of it and I remember it. But I just remember you being really savvy, and it was like you almost knew the route before they ran it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just remember you. It looked like the game really came easy to you, and that's why you were able to play so fast. Is that right?
Oh yeah, let me tell you what Chizzy used to always tell me. Him and Coach Philip Lawler. They said, "We're gonna give you the answer to the test. Don't be a dummy and don't study." So I knew what every offense tried to do to you. Just like Tennessee game, they thought I paid the quarterbacks to throw me the ball. I said, no, I knew everything they were going to do before they did it because I watched film. I watched every formation, what they like to do, and that's what I did. And I said, I know for a fact this play coming because anytime they in this formation, this is what they're going to do. And if I teach my kids, because I coach, and I said, if you study your opponent, it's going to look like you cheating out there.
It should. It should. Then you can just go play. That was always my thing. You can just go play.
Easy.
Now, Junior, on that, I want to stick on that because I really want our audience, because obviously most of them haven't been in the film room and seen it. There's a big difference in people that watch film and knowing how to watch film and knowing what you're looking for. Can you kind of talk about the difference in between just watching film and really watching film?
And I'm glad you said that because a lot of people don't know how to watch film.
Exactly.
Because truly, if you watching, like I knew when they running the ball, because I just look at the tackle, the offensive tackle. If he heavy,
with his hands, run. You talking about with his hands?
Yeah, it's a run. If he light, it's getting ready for pass. So I was on point with all that. And if a receiver give me a long stance, I'm finna charge him because I know it takes him longer to get off the ball. If he give me a short stand, I know I got to give him some cushion because he gonna try to do some quick stuff. So it's all about recognizing what the wide receiver doing, recognizing what the O-line doing. And if I'm in the middle of the field and I'm in cover 3 or man free when it's one safety in the middle, I'm reading the quarterback. I read the routes of the receivers first, and I read the quarterback. So the receiver's telling me where he trying to go. You understand what I'm saying? Especially I know what leverage that the corner's supposed to be playing in. So if somebody beat him inside, I already know what time it is.
Exactly. You know where you got to go. I always told my DBs, I always want us to be right, but God forbid if we're wrong, let's all be wrong at the same time. Because if we're all wrong, we're all right.
That's what I always used to tell them. Just as long as we're always on the same page, even God forbid if it's the wrong thing, we're good. And that happens more than people think.
You better believe it.
And you know that as well. Now, Junior, I love talking football with guys that know football. Mm-hmm. And the thing I've always seen, and we used to call, it's funny, you called it heavy. We used to have the linebackers make a hot or cold call. Mm-hmm. Now, how many receivers do you think that you played against in the SEC? I'm talking about in the SEC. How much could you tell whether they're coming off the line to block or they don't give a shit because they're standing up, or that they're coming off the line, they're low, and it looks like they're ready to fire, especially at the slot, because you know how those guys are.
Let me tell you, the good ones, they come off hard all the time. The ones that only come off when they're getting the ball, they easy to read. But the ones that come off hard all the time, you got to prepare for him. You got to be like, hey, I got to be ready to go at all time at this amount of speed because I know he bringing it. But the ones that bullshit and just say, okay, I'm only going to go hard when the ball is coming to me. That's how I get a beat on them.
Exactly.
Easy.
And that's how you kill them. That's how you catch them for real, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But now let me ask you this too, Junior. What was your favorite coverage to run? What was your go-to coverage when you guys were in the secondary and it was you and Carlos and everybody back there? What was y'all's go-to coverage that y'all felt the most comfortable in? Man. Let's say in 2004.
Oh, 4 checks. 4 checks meaning that we can change every coverage to their formation. That's why we call 4 checks. So we go 4 checks. Check. If they go 3 by 1, we'll rob. We'll go man to man on the one receiver side, and we'll rob the backside. So we'll just shift the coverage. If they going 2 by 2, we'll stay in cover 2. We'll stay in cover 4. If they go 3 by 2, they go empty. Then we'll just go 42. We'll run 4 to one side and 2 to the 2 receiver side. So
how many? Oh, go ahead. How many empty checks did y'all have? 1 or 2? Did y'all have a man in a zone, or was it just a man?
Man, whatever the offensive formation they come to, we got it.
I love it. So in 3 by 1, y'all just man that back. So like you said, you robbed the backside. But now, did y'all press him on the backside, or did it depend on the receiver?
We man the one receiver side, and we robbed the 3 receiver side.
Good. Okay, I got you. We called it push.
Yeah.
Called that before.
Yeah, we called it 3 robber.
I love it. So again, you have an answer for everything. So you would say that was probably the base coverage.
Yeah, that's the base. But if not, we want to get freaky, we'll go with our fire zone. Then we'll our man zone.
I gotcha. Did y'all stay a lot of cover 3 out of fire zone?
Not really, because we had dogs. So whatever coach,
because you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying. That's playing a dangerous game unless you got dogs.
Yeah, we could have did whatever we want, whatever.
Yeah, that defense was. Who would you say, Junior? Who would you say was the most underrated guy on that defense? The guy that was really good. That probably, because I know y'all got a lot of love and y'all deserved it because y'all earned it when the lights came on and y'all earned it at practice. I heard in 2004 was one of the best practicing teams in general, but the defense was unbelievable.
You know, it's so funny. We used to fight every day in practice. And Tuberville say, when I blow the whistle, that means stop. If I don't blow the whistle, don't take your helmet off. I tell you, we used to go at it. And then after we'd been done fought, Coach Tuberville say, all right, let's go. We're going goal line. Whoever score, you ain't got to run.
That's what you got to do, man. Yeah. God, that's what you got to. They don't do that nowadays.
They don't.
That's the thing that's crazy.
They don't. Like
we do it, Junior. We would do a thing where in the middle of practice, at any point, it could be at the beginning, it could be during stretch, it could be at the end when we're doing conditioning. He would blow the whistle up. We called it sudden change.
Oh yeah,
blow the whistle up. Let's go. And we go straight to the goal
that's
line.
Right.
Let's do it.
That's exactly right.
And that was the best period of the whole day. Every day, regardless, it didn't matter. It didn't matter.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And I tell people, it's gonna be hard to have another team like 014. I don't see it.
It is. I don't either.
I don't see it. And then the crazy thing about it, what a lot of people don't know, Carlos Dansby supposed to have been on that team. He just went to the draft early. And he would have came back for his year. Oh gosh. Oh man, it would have been over with. Hands down, nobody could have said nothing now. There's no excuse. Come on.
Dude, that's dangerous. Y'all were dangerous, but you had Carlos in there, and y'all the NFL defense. Y'all legit NFL defense.
Hey, I'm telling you, with Carlos Dansby, if he would have came back 5 senior year, I would have tried. Me personally, we could have tried the sorriest NFL team. I'm telling you, because we were big, fast, physical.
Y'all didn't have a weakness, Juniors. There was no weakness on that defense.
That's real.
I mean, and that's look, and at the end of the day, real recognize real, and that's just that's what it is, and that's life. What would you say though, like Junior? Take away the ability. You know what I'm saying? Take away your ability. Take away Los's ability. Take away all those guys' ability. What is the thing off the field or that wasn't physical that made that defense? Because man, I could tell y'all loved each other out there. You could tell.
And you know what's
I never go ahead.
You know what's so funny? We because I can cook real good. So
yeah,
we used to have like cookouts where we come to the house, we barbecuing, we cooking, we do everything together. We going to parties together I'm talking about as a team.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I said to myself, like, and I'll never forget this. That's why I say Tuberville got to be one of the best coaches to ever coach at Auburn.
He is.
And hands down, King Chizik and Philip Lawley is one of the best defense coach. And Coach Joe Witt, we had Terry Price. We had dogs on defense. And it's going to be hard, man, to have something like that ever again at Auburn University. Like, don't get twisted. Auburn defense last year, I loved it.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
I can't lie. But it's just something missing in that defense. And I'm just being real. Like Brown and what's the name? They're straight beasts, but it's just something missing.
I agree. And you could see it kind of, and there was moments where, they came through on the defense, but there was also moments too. I look at the Alabama game. The defense played terrible. That was the worst game the defense played the whole year. Yeah. I remember when y'all used to play Alabama. I remember, because my dad was All-American linebacker at Auburn. I don't know if you know that, and I know Joe Witt's son, JoJo, real well.
Yeah.
We're kind of he's a good dude too, real good coach. But my dad used to tell me when he was playing linebacker and he had Tracy Rocker and Bruce and all them Benji rolling up front. He used to say he almost, when they'd get in the huddle on defense, he would almost feel bad for the other team because he knew, like, he wouldn't feel bad for him, but in the back of his mind, he's like, we about to go get these sons of bitches now. Oh, and that's what I saw from y'all.
Oh, yeah. We didn't play with them. We did not play. I'm telling them I'm going to knock your ass out. It's hardcore. Oh, you know the funny thing about it? It was funny. We was playing Eli Manning when he was a junior. That's the year when Carlos Dansby was on that defense and Mark Brown. We looked up who he looked like, who was his girlfriend, and every time we hit him when we were blitzing, we're like, "Hey, boy, we gotta come take your girlfriend, boy." Laugh. We were saying everything to try to rattle him. We was hitting his ass. We won.
I love it.
He was so composed. I was like, boy, after the game, I said, "Hey, bro, you gonna do good in the league, boy. You ain't shake. You ain't do none of that. You was good."
Yeah, I mean, it's and that's the thing. People too, especially playing in the secondary. And again, you have some guys that talk, then you have some guys that don't talk.
Yep.
But it's almost like playing poker. They call it speech play.
Yeah.
And you can really get to somebody. You can really ruin somebody before the play.
You better believe it. I like to get in their mind. I like to play mind games with them. You understand what I'm saying? And see, I always tell them, I say, if you beat me, boy, I'm coming right back. And you're going to have to show me you're going to beat me again. And guess what?
No doubt.
It's hard to beat me twice, boy. That's what I tell people. I say, if you beat me, it's going to be hard to beat me again. And I said, if you get a good run and you catch me off balance and you run me over, but you're not going to keep going, I'm gunning for you the whole game. Because a hitter always gonna every now and then, you might get caught slipping, but guess what?
You will.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna take your head off.
It's coming. The thing is, they know it's coming. Mm-hmm. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And that's almost, once you get to that level, you got them. And the craziest thing, Junior, I want your opinion on this, because this was something that I found while I was coaching that I thought worked, and something you guys did really well. And I think people always think about it on one side. And what I mean is this: everybody always tells DBs, "Hey, man, you give up a play, come back. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up." And most of the time, when you get beat, you make the play the next play because you just got beat. Yeah. What I found was more guys get beat after they made a good play. I had more DBs when they pick a ball off on a drive. They're so excited. They come over. The offense goes three and out. We come right back out there, and they're still excited about that play, and they give up an 80-yard touchdown on the vertical. I was always so amazed how you guys could not only come back from bad plays like you're supposed to, but y'all never let good plays keep y'all complacent. I saw that from y'all.
Hey, Junior. So we talked about the Reggie Brown hit and all that stuff, but is there another play that really stands out to you in your mind, like when you think about your career?
Oh man, when we played against Tennessee, it was so funny. My dad had called me. He said, "Son, I had a dream that you had a lot of interceptions." So I was laughing. He said, "All you got to do is catch them." So Karibi Didi was my roommate on the trips. So he had told me, he said, "Rose, man, I was watching you sleep, dog, last night, and you was catching the ball in your sleep. Like, you was raising your hand up and catching the ball." I said, "For real?" He said, "Dog, you finna ball out today." And it was a night game.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
And it was like deja vu. Like, I can remember everything like it happened yesterday. And when I tell you, I came in that game like I was on fire. Like, I just felt it.
Yeah.
When I got that first pick, I said, "Oh, yeah, here it comes." I knew it.
Yeah, you were ready for it.
My mind out that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And once I got that second one, that third one, then everybody was like, "Oh, man, this." And Karibi the only one that knowed about it. Everybody else ain't really know.
That's crazy.
Karibi was the only one that know. Karibi. Only one.
To this day? Or did you tell him after?
No, Karibi didn't know. He said, like, "Bro, do you know I'm the only one that know about that?" And I said, "You know what? You absolutely right. Because ain't nobody else know that I had a dream that I was going to catch all them interceptions."
Yeah, no doubt. That's so crazy. And you know, Junior, I've heard other stories like that too. I've heard stories of guys actually having a dream and the play they dreamed about happened in the game the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just football is so crazy.
And I dreamt, and it was so funny. I dreamed about making big plays. Like, that whole year, I knew that we was gonna go undefeated because previous to that, I had they tried to get rid of Coach Tuberville.
Yep.
And I told them, because I said we're gonna beat Alabama, and after we beat Alabama, Tuberville ain't going nowhere, and then next year we're going undefeated. I said that.
And it happened.
And it happened.
Junior, can you let's as we kind of wind down here, let's talk about the Iron Bowl. Try and explain to our audience, what's it like playing in that game?
Oh man, it's crazy. Like, to me, I never ever, like, I tell people all day, I say, you'll never experience nothing like this. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. You'll never experience anything like this. You will never. Because it's different.
Yeah.
You can't experience nothing like this. Because it's something, it's a feeling that you will never feel ever in your life.
Yeah.
Never.
I mean, dude, I've seen guys get emotional before the game, like emotional. It just overwhelms you. I mean, I remember I was on the sideline on the 12 sack game with Brody Croyle, and it's so emotional. It's just so genuine and just hits you different, and I know you know exactly what I'm saying. And you played in it. You ran around and played in it. But really, can you talk about the respect level, though? I think this gets lost. You never see Auburn and Alabama players fight during a game, or you never really see a ton of dirty stuff because there is that respect level there between players. Can you kind of talk about that?
Well, it is so funny because we hate each other 360 some days.
Yep.
But when you get to the next level, and if you play with an Alabama guy, it's crazy because we'll talk about it and we'll be closer than anybody else on that team.
Yeah, because they don't know.
And people don't realize that because they don't know about the respect. See, they talking about the Florida State. They talking about the Oklahoma, Tennessee. Texas.
Yeah.
They talk about the Florida, Georgia. They talk about Georgia Tech, Georgia, Miami, Florida.
It ain't close.
It's different, man. It's like the energy, the electricity that be in the building is dumb.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, it's like it's something that somebody just gotta experience it and play in it, and they'll understand how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Man, well, Junior, man, I appreciate you so much for coming on and telling us how it really is. Obviously the respect that you got from not only the Auburn fan base and the Auburn family, and I'm sure I speak for all of them, when I say that, they appreciated what you did and what you meant. And I'm sure Auburn meant a lot to you. And again, man, just I appreciate it. And I got to have you on the show again, man. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. So,
most definitely. And just like I tell everybody, y'all follow me on Twitter.
Yes.
Y'all follow me on Instagram, and I'm training these young men to be great.
Yeah.
And trying to put them in the best situation possible. I got a son that's 7 years old, and I start training him now. So
when's he committing to Auburn?
Oh man, once he start playing football, because he a big kid.
Yeah.
For him to be 7 years old, and he's I'm on the phone, sir. He's probably about 100 pounds.
Okay.
And he's in 7th grade. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Just putting him in the best situation possible.
Exactly.
You understand? So I just always make sure I keep him around the right people, and I put the kids that I train. They treat him like a big brother. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's good. That's a great thing to me.
100%. 100%, man. Well, Junior, again, I thank you. And, man, hopefully I'll run into you one of these days, man, and get you back on here. And we'll get you on as we get closer to the season and kind of get you to give us your thoughts on how Auburn's going to do. But, again, man, I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. And stay safe out there, bro.
All right, War Eagle.
All right, my dog, War Eagle. I'll holler at you.
Okay.
All right. You just listened to another episode of the Jboy Show. We really appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate Junior Rosegreen joining us. Again, remember, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Appreciate you guys listening. This is another Jboy episode, and Jboy is out of here.